We'll start on a positive, Ollie. Marcus Rashford, MBE. How proud are you of the work he's doing and also the way he sort of conducts himself as a person?
Oh well, we are extremely proud once again to that Marcus gets these recognitions, and I'm sure his family and Marcus themselves they must have enjoyed that. For me, as his manager, it's I know how great he is as a person and how much he cares for others. So extremely proud and. Just want him to carry on doing his good job on and off the pitch.
And speaking of matters on the pitch, the players called that Spurs defeat embarrassing, Ollie. I know it's only 3 Premier League games into the season, but what would you say to the fans that are concerned about the way you've started the season?
Of course, we know we've started the season badly, and that game ended really badly. We started well, and well, after the sending off with 10 men, we couldn't hold on or get back to getting a result. When we got the 3-1 just after the sending off, I think that was the extra hope maybe went, and we know we have to perform better. But then again, we've now had 2 weeks to think about it, work on it. The ones that were here in the group and the others that went to the internationals, they've had both positive and negative experiences.
Simon Peach.
Morning, Ollie. Return to that format. I mean, how obviously pressure and scrutiny comes on yourself when there's a big loss like that, and on the players. How have you found it, and how's the reaction from the squad been? Obviously, the players you've had around.
Well, we've been in touch with the ones that have been away as well, of course, and it's one of those things that you have to get over it as soon as you can and move on. We know any little chance from outside, you want to create a division. I think Bruno spoke really well the other day about we are united. We have to stay together. We can't listen to everyone outside. We've got to just get on with it. Bruno's now lost 2 league games since he came to the club, and he came in February. So, but it's been 2 in quick succession. So he's not used to losing league games for us. But now, Bruno, here, welcome to Man United. This is what happens when you lose a couple, and they're going to try to create a division between us, but that's not going to happen because this group is a group that wants to work hard together, stick together.
James Cooper.
Good morning, Ollie.
Yeah, good morning.
I think it's the first time we've managed to speak to you since the window. I just wonder your reflections on kind of incomings and when Manchester United fans might see the likes of Cavani, Telles and Pellistri perhaps.
Well, we're looking forward to integrating them into the group, of course. Facundo, he's been in training with us now 2 days. Very exciting, young, enthusiastic player with some attributes that we don't have. Of course, he's one maybe more for the future, maybe not for just now, because he's still 18. Alex came in, came in yesterday, did his recovery after a long flight from Sao Paulo, having coming on twice for Brazil. So we're looking forward to integrating him. Edinson is still not been with the group because of his quarantine. So all 3 of them have got something different to what we have, and they'll definitely come in and help us. And I think the group as well are looking forward to having them join in.
The week has seen also the whole big picture proposal, obviously put together by Manchester United and Liverpool ostensibly. I just wonder your thoughts. Fans have talked about a need for reform. Clearly, smaller clubs are struggling and are fearful about the future. What are your thoughts as manager of Manchester United?
Yeah, well, it's a definite that we, as one of the bigger clubs, and we have a responsibility to protect the football pyramid or the smaller clubs. I think we've seen lately that the effect this pandemic has had on many smaller clubs. For me, you say the fans, that's a key thing for me that we want to get the fans back into the stadiums, which will help the other clubs. I'm just very glad that we're looking into and we're trying to help, and the talks have started, and let's make the powers to be decide how we're gonna do that.
Simon Stone.
Hi Ollie. Harry Maguire obviously had a difficult night on Wednesday. There's various opinions around him. Gareth Southgate thinks he could play through his difficulties at the moment. Rio Ferdinand thinks he'd benefit from a rest. What's your view of how you handle your captain?
You know, football is very, very. It's in the high. You're in the highlight all the time, and when Harry is part of the England team that beats number 1 rank Belgium, that's just a normal day. And then you get the headlines when you get the sending off. That's just football for you. There's so many ups and downs that we've got to deal with it individually and as a group. Harry, he's got great resilience. I know he'll bounce back. I know that he wants to play. He wants to just work his way out of the last couple of games that he's been criticised. He picked up a knock against just before he came off, so I'm just hopeful he'll be fit. We've had a look at him yesterday and give him a test again today.
James, Talksport.
Ollie, Paul Pogba said when on international duty, all footballers would love to play for Real Madrid. It's a dream for me. Was that frustrating to hear your midfielders say that after a 6-1 defeat to Spurs?
You know, Paul's our player. He's going to be here for another 2 years, and I'm sure Paul is focused on doing his best for us, and we want to see the best of Paul. So in the next couple of years, I'm sure we'll get the best out of him.
Per Carlson.
Yeah, hallo Ole, Per Atle fra TV2 Sporten her.
Hey.
After the Spurs game, what kind of reaction do you demand and want to see from your players when you're facing Newcastle?
We need a response, as we always do. After you lose a game, you just want to win the next one. Of course, that's a response. We want to go up there, try to dominate and control the game. Result is, of course, very important. But I want to see the body language and our mindsets being positive again, because you don't get anywhere by being negative. So we're going to go out there, go for a win, see players who want to work for the points.
Last one in this section for Andy Mitten.
Morning, Ollie.
Morning.
Newcastle tomorrow, as you just said. How much of a low point was that game last year? What did you learn, and how much further is your team along from them? You've not actually lost an away game since January.
Oh, well, it was a disappointing game, of course. Last year we should have won it. We had a few chances to win it, but then young Longstaff scored a goal from a counter attack, and they beat us 1-0. We didn't have a response. I think we've come quite a bit since then, as you said. We've done well, getting to the third last season, but now it's about getting the 3 points in this game, because we know we've started badly. I know Brucey and Newcastle, they've started really well. 7 points already in the quarters in the Carabao Cup, and it's looking positive for them. For us, we have to go up there and dominate. We have to show that we can handle setbacks as we did have last time.